Yo, doggies, Rasta Rob here for this special briefing, emergency broadcast.
Quiet now. Quiet down. Quiet in the room.
Yeah!
We now call Tim Baker and Shane Smith to the podium.
On behalf of the Dirty 30 podcast, we're sorry.
We're super sorry.
Super serial sorry.
So, it's kind of the elephant in the room, I guess you could say. It's been an awkward 2 weeks for Shane and I. But after our last episode, we kind of went. It was a good episode. We had fun, and in our fun, we also kind of got a little carried away in the use of a particular term. And not only did we use this term, but we also coined it as the name of our listeners, which in hindsight is absolutely ridiculous. But we used the term mud babies, and Shane and
We're sorry.
Yeah,
We're sorry.
We had no idea, especially in the moment, I will say, that mud babies was a derogatory racial term. And
I didn't even know, dude. I didn't even know that it was. Straight up, we were talking about people fucking in the mud to Santana.
Yeah.
Carlos, baby.
All right. We approached there organically, and I will say that 100% is that it was organically that we got to that point.
You can't word it like that, because then it seems like somewhere in there we meant for it to get where it got.
Not at all. Not at all. In fact, we had people hit us up and ask us, hey, so I couldn't tell if you guys were like, it was just like part of a bit that you guys didn't really know that what you were saying was that offensive. And honestly, I'm just going to just chalk it up to, in the moment, especially getting caught away with the momentum that we had on the topics we were talking, but also the really big bong hit that we took at the beginning of the episode. I think, we were flowing. I
just took another one. I took another one while you were apologizing. I'm sorry for not taking my I'm sorry as serious as I needed to. I'm actually packing a bowl with one hand right now as I speak. No, so straight up. Keep in mind, I've had black listeners, plural, hit me up thinking it was fucking hilarious, but also thinking that we knew what we were doing. And that's where I feel fucked, because
I think if we did know what we were doing, then we deserve a lot of credit. You know what I mean? Because that is some like kind of next level.
See, but now I think about it and I get it. I see it. I see the lane.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing is, I'm sorry that we were so naive. I'm sorry to all the listeners that we hurt.
One, that doesn't represent Shane and I's personal views at all. You know what I mean? Is casually kind of throwing out that type of offensive stuff. But just we're sorry, man.
That being said, you are all now the Chud babies.
The official Donnie. See, that's the thing, dude, is that not only did we use
David
this
Cross
term
knows.
like very, very loosely and liberally in the past podcast, but we also naively were like, hey, this is what the listeners of our podcast are now called. And
I got so deep into grabbing the attention of the listener with listen to me right now. I got in that moment, and now I look back on that moment and it's like, oh damn, dude, I went there. But now listen to me. If you're listening to this, you're a Chud baby now.
And if that's offensive in some sort of way, we'll just apologize in advance, so that way we don't got to do this again,
No, 2 weeks, you'll hear it again, dude.
Well, this was a big ordeal, dude. There was a whole fucking press conference. This was a big ordeal. You know what I mean? And we just wanted to get this out of the way so that you guys knew that we, we're not coming from at all a fucking negative space with those things. And
this whole episode came live from the hill, And, you know, we needed to tell you guys. We needed to tell the people. The photographers showed up. Everybody was here. Rasta Rob. People, we had a lot of support come out, and we want to thank everyone that came out for us. We didn't expect this to happen. We didn't think that we'd be sitting here now. We didn't think that we'd be in this position to have our backs against the wall, you know. But I'd like to think that we overcame, and what we did here was we owned our situation, something that a lot of people don't do these days. They try to, you know, they'll just go get lawyers. We're not here for the lawyers. We're here to own our own mistakes.
And grow as people.
We're here to grow as people. And on that note, there's no pity parties here. There's nothing like that. But
Not
the
even a
only
little
party
bit.
that is here, you know what the party is, dude. It's not a fucking party unless it's a fucking party. Keep in mind, this is the first time I'm about to start. The song's just fading in still. We're doing ultra fade on this. The first time I've tried the Golden Road Mango Michelada. And on that note, it's the fucking Michelada Minute. I'm also pouring this fucking Golden Road Michelada
Roll it to
into
mix
a
it.
Tapatio Salsa Picante Michelada mix cup.
Estrella,
With like Lucas powder on the rim.
Estrella, Jalisco, Mango Michelada. You are...
That's good color.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. Shane, your mind's about to be blown.
Okay, I haven't sipped it yet. I'm letting the foam kill a little bit. Keep in mind, I just had the Modelo mango chili michelada.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Nope.
I liked it if I was like kayaking in the heat. It's like a refreshing summer, or if you're at the beach and you're sneaking cans under towels. This is what you do. You know, it's like nowadays people go Trulies and they go their White Claws, but you go with one of those mango cheladas from Modelo. There's no tomato to it. It just tastes like one of those fruity kind of. You can't say male or female anymore. You can't say it's like a chick drink because now I'm a piece of shit and we'll be apologizing for that next episode. But, dude, it was all right. But this one already has great color. I'm pouring the entire can in, so I haven't sipped yet.
You guys are about
But
to
I'm-
hear
I'm right at the top.
pure bliss.
Oh, hold on. Let me spill on myself real quick. Okay.
Well, it's not a real Michelada minute if you don't get some in your lap.
Ooh, that's good.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, dude.
There's tomato, you know?
Yeah.
You can't. It's not a michelada if there's no tomato. And that Modelo one
Call
kinda
me
set
old
off.
fashioned, but I like a little tomato, maybe clamato.
Dude. So I
And
went
this
to
has got
Bevmo.
clamato, and that's like, in
Yeah.
my eyes, that is the signature flavor in like
Like
a
bad
probably
pussy.
Baja
A
Michelada.
little clamato.
You know? We got a lot of Baja inspired thing. It's not like a Oaxacan Michelada. I've had a Oaxacan Michelada, and it's like a little bit more of a brown base. We're talking Baja Michelada.
Yeah, dude. I can't wait for you to listen to this episode and catch whatever just happened.
I think I noticed that something happened, but I wasn't paying attention to you at all. So
Oh, I know we talked about it like a week ago about like sometimes I'll go back and I'll listen to it. I try to listen to every episode. I'm not like a cocksucker in the idea of like I'm not doing this podcast for the art. It's not like certain music where you put out some music and you're kind of like I wish I could rewrite that song. It's not like that. Podcast is just like a holy shit, what just happened in the last hour? Like I have no idea what just happened kind of thing. Like even right now, we're over 10 minutes in and we haven't even started the episode really. We just kind of apologized and now we're just drinking.
this is the longest Michelada minute we've had. This is Michelada minutes.
Dude. That's the next segment though. It's the Michelada minutes.
It's evolved.
Plural. It's evolved. It just happened.
Yeah, organically.
Oh my God. I'll sip to that.
Cheers. From 2 states away.
I love that. Yeah, dude. No, that was good. So I went to Bevmo, and there's one right around the corner from my house, and I never even thought of that yet. As far as grabbing micheladas there,
It's a great
they
call.
had so much. I'm 3 deep now, so I started it off with Tecate. They have a chelada. And it's dude, I hope Kevin's picked up on this episode.
It sounds like he is.
Dude, if you guys can hear that, that's Kevin. Kevin's mad. You've heard about him in other episodes. I've talked about him.
Yeah. Well, honestly,
honestly.
it kind of brings us right into our catch up. Is that Kevin is an old cat. He is my wife's cat, and my wife's been gone for the past couple weeks. She's been at the hospital with my little dude.
Karen, if you listen to these, which I hope you do, because you've been here since the start, you're a fucking saint.
Straight up.
This is an organic shout out. We're not getting paid for this one. Dude, you're the hero in this whole thing. Something we haven't straight up talked about that Tim's going to straight up go and do right now is we kind of touched on it, but we've been pretty hush hush about it because it's super fucking real. But like Baby Watch, we kind of fell off on it. And Karen's such a fucking superhero in this whole situation. And then the whole name Karen's getting like shit on too. Fuck you guys, dude. Because the only Karen I actually know, 100%. She's fucking 100.
100.
And
She is
dude,
a saint. She's a fucking.
what's she been doing? Go into this, dude.
Well, we had a little bit of our son came home, I'm pretty sure we talked about that on the episode. He was in the hospital for a while. He came home. He was home for about a week. And, we had like a scare where he kind of choked on his saliva or whatever it was. So instead of just fucking, maybe we're a little overcautious just being in the hospital for as long as we were, at the beginning of his life, we brought him straight back into the hospital and we're like, we just want to make sure that anatomically he's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he went in and, he's been in for like over 2 weeks and he hasn't had anything wrong with him. So there's needed no intervention, no surgeries, no nothing. It's just really trying to dial in like what his at home care is so that he can be as stable as possible. That's pretty much what it comes down to, and, because he's been there for 2 weeks, he's gotten 2 more weeks of physical therapy. He's put on 2 more pounds. I think honestly, it kind of was just, I don't want to say that he came home too soon. Like that's not at all what I mean. Because I think at the time that he came home, he was in a stretch where he was doing,
Dude, he came out too soon.
yeah. Yeah. But like this whole time, pretty much because of COVID visitation policies, both parents can't be there. And it's fucking been a real big sort of weigh down on our family, obviously. It's Karen has been staying with our son. I mean, I think that he's old enough and that just being away from him is weird. Like this time around, it's a lot different than the first time we were at the hospital because he's a little bit older, more aware, more alert. And, he's good. He's great. He's
a good looking baby, dude.
He's developing.
He's good looking. He's looking good.
Yeah. He's
yours.
100%.
Where I don't know, maybe as a guy, you'll probably always get that scare. Like, what if he comes out and just doesn't even look like me or something? Like, I don't know. Not in like a cheating way. I don't mean that in a cheating way too.
No.
That probably came off like that. I don't mean that. I just mean like,
yeah.
I say that as a guy because I'm the guy. So I say this as like, say it would be me and my partner is either going to take the features or I'm going to take the features, or it's going to be 50-50.
Yeah.
I look at your baby and I go, well, it's Tim's baby. But then I really look at the baby and I go, oh my God, there's like Karen woven in through Tim's fucking head.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That fucking head.
Like his
is
eye shape
you.
is for sure like Karen's
Same
eye shape.
hairline.
Yeah.
Same everything. It's the top of the cheeks.
Yeah.
It's where the eyes meet the cheeks. It's like Karen's eyes, I think, sitting on your cheeks.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of it's a trippy looking little baby. And you said this to me earlier, and I'll spoil it for everyone. We're coming home at 11 pounds today because we're dropping this Monday. And as of right now, baby's coming home Monday.
Yeah. And it's been a a while coming. You know, in the time that he's been in there, we've gotten some extra physical therapy, which has been great, just to help him with his swallow and like, you know, breathe functions and whatnot. Kind of got to dial in some of his like reflux medication and stuff like that a little bit more. He's just like way more comfortable after eating and stuff. And on top of that, you know, I know that we kind of alluded to some of the stuff, but really big milestones we hit is like my son is eating from a bottle now. And
this wasn't supposed to happen for
a while.
I don't know, a year.
We were thinking like probably close to like 8 months, you know, because he had surgery on his esophagus, like pretty much, you know, when he was younger. And just anatomically, it takes time for a baby who's, you know, still getting bigger by the day to kind of develop out of those. Yeah, you know. So just from a development standpoint, that's just a big one. Our son is coming home and he's going to be eating from a bottle, which, you know, seems like such a remedial thing for some parents. But, you know, for us, it's kind of like a fucking really big deal. So, you know, things are looking really good. So, again, I'm going to take another sip of this michelada because it is a time of celebration.
I'll drink to that. If you've got them out there, take a sip now. If you're driving to work, don't take a sip. Sip some water if you're at work. Or huge alcohol.
Like Shane said, huge shout out to my wife. She has been such a rock for our family throughout this whole process. And like, you know, I've been working throughout it and still trying to keep income coming in, and obviously the insurance all good and whatnot. And
I think what's super cool though is exactly that, is that you've been working, but you've been working from home. So you're able to sit there with Kevin, you know, who we previously heard, and Chunk, who we normally would hear and we haven't heard, which means he's a good boy.
I think he's sleeping.
But, you know, you've been pet dad, just hanging out, doing laundry, chilling with the pets. You've been like that stay at home side too, where like, I think it's fun to watch because like you and Karen have always been like a crazy good team, but like watching it now, it's like everything you guys practiced for is happening, and you guys are just, you're in the fucking moment, like 100%. And I don't know, we all chill and talk every day when it comes. It's hard to say chill because we're 2 states away, but we sit there and we either between FaceTime, we don't Zoom. We haven't given into Zoom, which I kind of respect. But between just like FaceTiming and just like talking over PlayStation, because we're fucking idiots and we play Apex every fucking day. It's crazy, dude. You're so stressed out in the most collected way. It blows my mind. It honestly blows my mind.
I mean, I'm not
respectable,
to be
crazy respectable.
To be honest, man, like it's been a growing experience for the whole family, myself included, man. You know, at the beginning of this whole situation, I was a fucking anxious mess, man. You know what I mean? I wasn't sleeping. I was, you know, it was just a whole collection of obviously stressors happening in life. You know what I mean? But then you fucking gotta fucking get up the next day and do it. You know what I mean? We've been going at this for 4 months since little dude's been born almost. You know what I mean? On August 5th.
I know what it was like, 93 days, and he came home.
Yeah.
I think it was 90 something. I could be off.
I think that was on point. Yeah, 93.
I know. I'm good with that shit. I think it was 93 days he came home. And then, like you said, he was home for like a week. Everything was cool, too. Yeah. Like, I was hearing it from your point of view and, you know, from you guys, and everything was cool. He was chilling. He was sleeping on your fucking chest and shit. Blows my mind.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, it's just a little scare. And I think you guys handled it well in the idea of, like, I don't know. Things are so fucking tense right now with everything happening that you have to have done what you did.
Yeah.
You had to.
Well,
because who fucking, I don't know. Shit's crazy.
That's been my wife and I's MO, and it's so cool. Like throughout this whole thing,
you have access to it. You might as well take advantage of it.
And I've been going there, you know, every day, fucking bringing food, getting in there, hanging out with my son, feeding him, doing whatever I can, changing diapers. You know what I mean? And trying to take a burden off of my wife. But you know, my wife is so rock steady on being by his side. It's fucking. I've just been in awe to see kind of how my wife has just grown into this nurturing mom, like in a span of so little time. You know what I mean? It's a crazy thing to see from a man's perspective. You know what I mean? And all the respect in the world to my wife. You know, I'm just really, really grateful for today. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
straight up, like grateful for today. And not only that in the sense that my son is coming home today, but that in the sense of being grateful for every day that you have to wake up and be alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, isn't it fucked up that like we used to kind of joke about it and you get all like stoned as a kid and you get all like philosophical, but like then you actually become an adult and you're like, shit's not that bad. Like shit's fucked, but it's not that bad. Like,
yeah,
you gotta just like, I don't know. We've talked about it so many times on so many episodes, but perspective is a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it takes shit like this to keep, I don't know. And you're like, I've said it before, your stress has made me keep my bullshit at bay because my bullshit isn't the spotlight, isn't the moment. And it's not like a spotlight thing, but it, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, dude, my shit ain't shit. Like, I don't know. And we've talked about it before too. Like all the friends, everybody's been fucking, dude, I love it. The whole gang, dude. Everybody's been fucking pretty on point with everything.
Really close during this whole quarantine fucking lockdown time. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about this, Shane. Even you and I fucking talk way more during this period than we did before it. You know what I mean? And not in a way that's like we didn't stay in touch. Of course we did, but like staying in touch once every 5, 6, 7 days versus, you know what I mean?
Well,
even just a fucking, everyday check-in. What's good?
I don't know. I'm a weirdo. You guys all know this. Everybody listening knows this, but like I believe in brainwaves. I 100% do.
Yeah.
You guys judge me if you didn't already think I was a fucking idiot. Well, now you can think I'm an idiot. I don't care. I believe in brainwaves, and to think that I'm not thinking about this whole entire thing on a daily basis, you'd have to be fucking batshit crazy. Because as if, and I don't know, we don't even have to talk about the situations usually, and it's like, I just know. But there's moments too, and like maybe because we're like hetero life mates, I'll like, throughout my day, I drive all day long. Like I stop at different stores and stuff, and I drive for a cannabis company. So I'm going store to store throughout Washington State all day. And while I'm doing that, I'm sitting there listening to podcasts, and once in a while I'll be like, I got to FaceTime you. And I notice this happens a lot, but I'll happen to FaceTime you while you're in the car. So in my head, it's like when I knew to do it, it's crazy to me that I happen to do it when you're traveling. Because we're both driving and it's not like you're just at home or something. I don't know. I think about that all the time because I think too, when people are traveling from the point, if you have to go do something and you're on your way to go do it, you're at one of your most aware points.
Yeah.
If you're an on point human, a lot of people may not be doing that. And for those people, I'm sorry. But if you're on your way to go do something, you better fucking start getting sharp. You're kind of getting your thoughts straight. You're getting kind of all your fucking ducks in a row.
Maybe your senses heightened a little bit.
Exactly. And I always kind of get blown away with the idea that I always hit you up and that's happening. Yeah. And it's kind of unsolicited, I guess.
Yeah.
It just kind of happens.
Well, it's kind of it's funny you say that. Like different points of the day for, I think all human beings are like, you can have different conversations with them at different points of the day. And I learned that with conversations with my dad is that if I tried to have a conversation with my dad at the end of a like work day and it was like 9 PM or something like that, and he was just like wiped, you know what I mean? From a long day of just, like you said, having your senses heightened and being on point and doing your fucking, you know what I mean? Being on the ball. And then come 9 PM, it's just like, and it's not like he was like boozed out or anything. If anything, smoke a couple of fucking joints, P-Bake style.
He was standing 2 feet from the TV playing Call of Duty. Dude.
Yeah.
He's as senses heightened as ever. But exactly.
But you know what I'm saying? Like a conversation or a productive conversation you can have with your dad at that time versus calling your dad on his lunch break, You know what I mean? And just being like,
Oh, you're gonna get him. You're gonna get him at that fucking right in his prime of wording, everything.
Yeah, dude. It's like different conversations.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, it's pretty trippy thing to think about how time works in general, but even just on a micro level, on the course of a day, how much a human being changes from the time they wake up to the time they go to sleep.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah.
Throughout this whole thing, too, you kind of remind me of like Christopher Columbus, and not in like a racist or lying kind of way, but in like you set sail. You know, you kind of fucking 3 sheets to the wind. I think they would say.
I think that's the term.
Full force, though. But in 1492, today, August 3rd. Christopher Columbus set sail on the first voyage with the 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria.
Do you in the bottom while you're drinking sangria?
Or they left Spain for the Indies, and we'll say that in quotes.
Yeah, the West Indies, baby.
They went for the Indies.
Well, you know, Shane, I was telling you earlier that I'm very grateful for this day. But you know what else I'm also grateful for is I'm also grateful for the NBA. And the NBA is back, officially doing their tournament leading to the postseason that's happening in the NBA bubble in Orlando. So far, the bubble has been a success from a transmission of the coronavirus standpoint, as they've been testing very grueling for everyone that's inside the bubble. And nobody has tested positive inside the bubble yet. So things are a success, and we're already about almost a week in of the NBA being back. But in 1949, the Basketball Association of America, BAA, and National Basketball League, the NBL, merged to form the National Basketball Association, NBA. Maurice Portaloff elected head of the new league. And
Maurice, baby.
On this day, just figured we'd sprinkle in a little bit of NBA's back, and here's some NBA history for you.
Hell yeah. Dude, I just, we mentioned Christopher Columbus, but while we're talking about lying pieces of shit, in 1958, the Billboard's Hot 100 was founded.
Hey, zinger.
Had to get it in, dude.
You think you could, Shane, do you think you can buy your way onto the Billboard Top 100?
Me, personally, no. And
No, I just mean in general. Do you think that someone could...
33 years old, dude, no one's investing in this old horse.
No, Shane, do you think that somebody could buy their way onto the Billboard Hot 100?
Oh, do I think somebody could? I thought you meant me personally. Yeah, everybody does.
I'm just saying, could you?
Everybody does. What do you mean?
I don't know.
The only organic people on the top 100 are like 73 to 100. And those are all the people that should have been top 10, but they didn't have the money to get in the top 10, so they're 73 through 100.
Yeah, it's a pretty accurate representation of the Billboard.
I know that's
top
more
100.
than 10, but those people would be cycling through. You'd understand if you understood. But
I did.
You know who understood?
I know.
Okay, no, I can't use that transit. I can't. Okay, you know who didn't understand. 1914. No, let's go 1934. I fucked that up. Who didn't understand? 1934. Adolf Hitler merges the offices of German, the Chancellor and the President. He declared himself as the leader, the Fuhrer.
Yeah, what a dark day.
Yeah, that's fucked up. I fucked that transition up, so now I seem like a racist. So just rewind to the beginning of this episode to clarify that I'm not.
Yes. 1972, the U.S. Senate ratifies the Anti-Ballistic Missile Treaty with the Soviet Union to limit the use of missile systems capable of defending against missile-delivered nuclear weapons. All right. On this day, we have some birthdays, Shane. We got some birthdays on this day.
I'd take more bong hits, dude. I've been getting great feedback about us getting super ripped on these episodes.
I don't
for
think,
the record.
I'm staying true to form.
No, I think it's wonderful. I think it's cool that the things that we overthink and literally like talk to each other about that we fucking hate about the episode, like us getting too ripped, people then tell us like, yo, I thought it was great that you guys got super ripped. Take small hit.
Well, you don't got to say more to me.
Hey, on that note,
you know who else rips, dude?
no, hold on. Estrella Jalisco, the mango michelada with clamato from Golden Road Brewing. Why did I say that like a fucking TikTok? They're banning me soon. TikTok, baby. Yeah, brewed in California, Golden Road. It's in Anaheim, right across from Angel Stadium.
Yeah.
I've had michelada from there while I was there the day before, or like the day I was leaving. Fish and I played like hooky from life, and he took me to the airport that day, and we oh shit, maybe nobody knew that. Okay, sorry, Fish, but yeah, he took me to the airport.
What the fuck?
I know,
I'm just kidding. I don't give a shit, dude. Oh no,
it was darker days pre-COVID, dude. Give us a break. No, but we went there, and I remember having a michelada, but this mango one is delicious, and I'm drinking it out of the Tapatio michelada cup, and it's fucking even better, and it's way better than Modelo's.
100%.
You know, I'm kind of like a don't fruit my beer kind of guy.
Yeah,
but when it comes to michelada, I think it's wonderful.
A little bit of mango in there is really good, right?
Dude, it's really good. Dude.
You know who else is really good?
You started those birthdays already, yeah?
Well, I mean, I didn't even start. I was trying to transition, saying, you know who rips? And this time I'm saying, you know who else is delicious? Or
Tom Brady?
You know who else is delicious?
He's 43 today, baby.
Yeah, he is 43. Tom
Maybe
Brady?
44.
You know who is...
I don't know what year he was born, but his birthday is today.
A stunning 79, dude, is Martha Stewart. Question, would you?
Have I?
Have you?
No. Would I? Done worse.
I mean, Martha's bad, dude. She's been to prison.
Honestly, in the photo that we have right here, totally would. Because she's got that she'd fuck back type sass look in this photo. Tell me I'm wrong. Look at that photo.
I can't tell you you're wrong. I can't prove it.
You know what it is? For the listeners, which is everyone, because we don't have a visual version yet. We're getting there. We're getting there. We talked about it before, but we're getting there soon. But she's got that like one eye covered by the bangs type and smile and smirk going on. Ooh.
Yeah.
And should make you food, dude. I love food. Think about the cheeseburger should make you.
Yeah, at 80 years old, it's Martin Sheen's birthday today.
Has he fucked Martha Stewart?
I don't know, but looking
Probably.
at the two of them, Martha looks way better at 79 than Martin Sheen looks at 80.
I think Martin Sheen also has that he'd fuck back look.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Look at that. Look at that forehead. So powerful.
You know who else does? 57? James Hetfield.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna come. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna come now.
James Hetfield.
James, I'd fuck back though, Hetfield.
Yeah, well, there's one more big thing that happened on this day. I guess it's not on this day.
What was it?
But we need to talk about Back in Black.
Oh, we do. 40-year anniversary. Happy 40 years, Back in Black. We'll say that right away.
Yeah. And it's a thing that's been a topic of a conversation recently between Shane and I, and it's definitely given me time to reach back into the vaults, so to speak, on Apple Music and start actually listening through some of AC/DC's discography and not just the select songs that I've listened to over the years. And,
same.
What a band, dude. What a fucking band. And what an album Back in Black was. But given the tonality of it, right? Like, that's the thing that we really need to talk about, is that Back in Black, the tone of it.
For anyone listening, obviously you sit there and you listen to podcasts that just fucking go on and they just ramble on. That's exactly what this podcast is. Do yourselves a favor. Listen to Joey Diaz has a podcast called The Church of What's Happening Now. He recently just did an episode with a comedian named Dean Del Rey. Dean Del Rey also does podcasts. He has a wonderful eclectic music selection in his brain. But listen to Joey Diaz's podcast that has Dean Del Rey on it. They talked about this album, and that's what opened my brain to it. And Tim had also listened to this episode. So our brains were just melted by this episode, and then we were talking about it. And that turned into us now talking about it on our episode of a podcast. But they talked about the 40th anniversary of Back in Black, and I had learned so much in this situation of, like, the craziest things happened in music that, you know, I didn't even know about. Like, there's people out there. Let me say this right now. There's people out there that don't even know to this day that AC/DC had 2 singers.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy to think about.
If I just broke that to you, you're welcome. Because right now your mind's gonna be blown. But what Back in Black was not only one of, like, the biggest records that had happened. It was just fucking rock and roll at its prime in 1980. Of just fucking that the guitar tone then, that was heavy. Like, that was fucking heavy.
Yeah, running out of like a Marshall half stack, and it had like a really tinny sort of just fuzzy distortion. Like fuzzy distortion.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's 1980, and at that point too, AC/DC was established. Let me give you a little back break. 1975. They released an album called High Voltage. 1975 as well. They released in Australia only at the time, but TNT. High Voltage 76. They did the international version of it. 76 as well. They released Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap. My bad.
Yeah, dude.
1977. Let There Be Rock. Fucking huge. 1978. They did Power Rage. Even bigger.
Yeah.
Even fucking bigger. 1979, they did Highway to Hell. Dude, the amount of fucking hits from 75 to 79 right now.
It just kept going.
Are fucking huge. But let me tell you right now what you're about to find out that you might not have known. Then their singer dies in his fucking car, choking on his barf from what is suspected heroin overdose, but they called it an alcohol. Too much alcohol, died. Asphyxiation? What's it called?
Yeah, I think that's right.
This happens after. This is early 1980. This happens after Highway to Hell comes out. Their singer fucking dies. So what they ended up doing was getting another singer and then releasing Back in Black in 1980.
Yeah. But the way that they explained it on the podcast was like, this happened, but one, you didn't really find out about it right when it happened because news cycles worked so slowly back then. But
there was no internet.
Yeah, there's no internet at all. So it was like people found out not long before the album came out that there was a new singer, and then just the album was dropping.
Dean Del Rey said he found out that Angus Young died when really Bon Scott died. The radio in his town announced the wrong member dying. Like, that's how news cycles were. So it was like half a week later, they get the corrected radio.
Yeah.
That's insane.
So they put out
But yeah,
Back in
Bon
Black
Scott dies.
in 1980, and it was a in memoriam tribute album to Bon Scott. The shinfo they kind of dropped there was that AC/DC fought hard with the record label to make sure the album cover was black in memoriam.
Absolutely.
And
Opens with those church bells.
yes. And you
It's
guys are
insane.
listening to it. Opens with Hell's Bells. This is fucking a dark ass song.
But I think what's crazy too is you look at how it's a dark ass song, but it's a dark ass song because they literally kind of finished the music to their singer dying. They had already written songs together.
Totally.
Like it's reported that You Shook Me All Night Long was actually written by Bon Scott, but they went on and made a lot of money off that song, and his family actually never got the money for it, or there's actually still to this day some shit happening with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's, you know what, because Brian Johnson, that's the guy's name? Am I
Yeah, we
fucking
haven't
this
even
up?
mentioned his name. Yeah, the singer that took over in 1980 was Brian Johnson.
Brian Johnson. So what they do is their singer dies, and they have to hire a new dude. I heard this through the other podcast. Brian Johnson didn't have enough money to go try out for the band, so his management got him a commercial deal in the same town or like a town over. So he flew out to the commercial that, you know, paid for all the flight and travel expenses and everything. He flew out, did the commercial, and then on the day off that was like between his travel day, he went and tried out for AC/DC and got the gig. And that's just fucking insane.
And you can definitely hear a distinct difference in the dude's voices. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at least to the untrained ear, it's pretty obvious, but like to the
Brian
trained ear,
Johnson is a super polished Bon Scott,
yeah,
almost.
but like never tried to imitate Bon Scott. Just kind of did
no,
his own
not
thing.
at all. Absolutely. Yeah, and it kind of, we'll go straight into it. We've kind of been covering it, but it's like our person to party with in the past is Bon Scott. That's who we want to party with.
Yeah.
He
One of
was
my
the original singer of AC/DC. He's the dude that we were just talking about, was singing all the way up until the last recorded record with him is 79. He died in early 80. And then, you know, that cut off our opportunity to party with him. But 7 more years, I could have maybe partied with him. Like,
You maybe could have partied with Bon Scott. From the sounds of it, it probably would have been a good hang too. You know, not even from a musical perspective aside. Like,
I've never choked on my bar.
No, I never have either.
I'll bring that joke in. I should have brought that joke in later. You're right.
I'm going to choke on my barf right now.
No, he did. He sounded like he just chilled, smoked a bunch of weed, drank some whiskey. That was kind of his thing, from what I read.
Well, he's a Scottish dude, right?
I believe so.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I'm pretty sure he's a Scottish dude.
Well, his name's Bon Scott.
Yeah. Pretty sure he's a Scottish dude. But yeah, AC/DC is obviously notoriously an Australian band. So he's Scottish with a little Australian in him. You think he liked drinking?
I mean, I'd be down. But I don't know. We kind of summed up everything that we wanted to hype about him in the buildup of Back in Black. And I think that's the whole thing, is Back in Black came out, and it was the memoriam for him, for Bon Scott. And, you know, it was their singer for a long time. And obviously Brian Johnson took over, and he's still, I think to this day, been doing a great job. Whatever they've been doing, you know, he's still technically the front man of AC/DC.
He carried the torch well, man. He carried the torch well. But let me paint a picture, because Bon Scott is our party with people of the past, and this is one of my favorite segments, because I like to like kind of paint a picture of like what hanging out with this dude for the night would look like. Okay, and this is the picture that I have painted. Shane is music, like I said, music aside, because obviously the easy thing to go to would be, oh, we're just going to jam with this dude and write a couple songs. But not this evening I'm thinking of with Bon Scott. I'm thinking chain smoking cigarettes at a fucking card table with a bottle of fucking whiskey and literally just playing poker for the evening, right? And just smoking cigarettes and fucking
Al's got to be there if we're playing
yeah,
poker.
yeah, and just kind of bullshitting with Bon Scott. That's what I picture a night of partying with Bon Scott would be like.
He's like, hey, Tim. He like does that weird like rumble thing. Like, he just goes,
Jeep. Yeah, totally.
Tim, don't hit on the river. Tim, I spent all my money. Can I borrow $20?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We just painted like that was a beautiful painting. I think that was just painted for you listeners. This is what an evening, just stale cigarette smoke in the air. You know, there's the smell for you.
Tim, can I have another cigarette?
The taste of. Well, we won't
He's
even
that
say
cocksucker that just keeps coming up. Come on, dude. Can I have another cigarette? Come on. Hey, Tim, do you got a cigarette? Knowing you just
Dog.
bought a pack of cigarettes.
you sing for AC/DC, man. Buy a pack.
Oh, dude, yeah, I'll give you $5 later.
Oh,
Tim, I'll give you $5 later.
Oh man, this is a good one, dude. And Bon Scott is a perfect one to have on here too, because he's such a fucking legend, man. It, like Shane mentioned, you look at the hits from AC/DC before Back in Black, and just how many of their legendary catalog is in there. I mean, Bon Scott was a pretty special dude. You know what I mean? I've never really heard anybody that can remotely come close to
90% of their hits came from Bon Scott, but those 10% of hits,
yeah.
fucking Back in Black,
Well, like
Hell's
2000s.
Bells.
Stiff upper lip.
No, but I mean, like, if you get those, like, even we'll just go Back in Black and Hell's Bells. Two of the most radio played fucking AC/DC songs
Yeah.
ever.
The opening riff of Hell's Bells is
Brian
so
Johnson.
fucking dope.
But it's Brian Johnson on those.
Yeah.
But then all the other songs that you know from AC/DC was Bon Scott.
Yeah. So Bon Scott was Ronald Belford Bon Scott, born July 9th, 1946, died February 19th, 1980. He was an Australian singer, songwriter, and instrumentalist, best known for being the lead vocalist and lyricist of the Australian hard rock band AC/DC from 1974 until his death in 1980. So I don't know where I got Scottish from. Maybe he was of Scottish heritage.
His last name's Scott. I
Yeah.
told you.
Maybe that's about it. No, born in Scotland. He was born in Scotland, so I'm not wrong.
You're right. No, you were. You're right.
But yeah, man, fucking R.I.P. Bon Scott. AC/DC's legendary. You guys should all go listen to it.
Yeah, go back and listen to him. Listen
yeah.
to like, what is it? Power Age. Listen to like Power Age, then Highway to Hell. Okay, this is the other thing. So AC/DC in general, they had recorded with like the same brothers forever, and then Highway to Hell was their first fucking big, different producer, more money kind of dumped into them. They kind of had a sharper recording.
Fantastic recording, actually, for 1979.
Yeah.
Listening to it today,
it was the first record that really captured their tone.
it sounds amazing still to this day. That fucking
So go back and listen to that record into Back in Black.
yeah. But I'm gonna tell you what, guys. Before you do that, I want you to sit down,
Smoke weed.
and I want you to take a really,
Smoke
really,
weed.
really big thought about not only
Bong hit.
smoking weed, but what strain of weed that you're going to smoke during this session.
Ooh, good. See, I didn't even know that you were going to try to transition that, and I was just vibing weed. Hell yeah.
And what I want to get to here is I have a strain to recommend to you if you're going to go back and listen to this catalog of music, but especially 1979's Highway to Hell straight into 1980's Back in Black, is we would like for you guys to take the words and advice of our good friend Corey B. on what type of strain you smoke before you venture into those waters. So let's kick it over into this episode's strain of the episode.
The strain of the episode.
Kush Mints is a popular strain in the cookies family. It crosses animal mints and the classic Bubba Kush, resulting in a high THC hybrid with a unique mint taste. While Bubba Kush is a famous mythical strain from the 90s, Animal Mints is a relatively new cookies cross from Seed Junkie Genetics. Kush Mints typically has multicolored dark purple and dark green buds with orange hairs, and its strong euphoria may be too much for novice consumers. Kush Mints has a complex cookie smell and taste with a trademark mint aroma and taste woven in. It's usually grown indoors, hydroponically with technical skill for best results. You know what else has the best results indoors? Smoking a bowl of Bubba Kush Mints and just tuning those drums. Tuning those drums like there's no tomorrow. Like I'm John Barnham. That's him, John Barnham. I sound fantastic. John Barnham.
What a fucking guy. What a guy.
Honestly, a peach. One of the best dudes I know.
If he were a burger, what kind of burger would he be?
He would be on a list of the best burgers somewhere.
What? No, this is my thing. Would Corey have bacon on him? I don't think Corey's got bacon. I think he's like
Avocado, California.
Yeah,
born and
avocado
raised.
for sure.
Yeah,
Avocado. But I think like a pepper jack. Like
a little spicy.
We go
spicy.
medium rare. We cook a medium rare.
Okay.
We go pepper jack. We go avo on that. Maybe tomato, no lettuce.
Let me throw something in there.
What are you thinking?
Drizzled.
Everybody wants crunch.
No.
I don't want crunch.
I'm not going crunch. I'm saying on this burger we're crafting, that is Corey Blaine, is that if you've got avocado and pepper jack, then you got to sprinkle a tiny bit of teriyaki on the top, just a drizzle on
what
that
about
burger.
if we make like a Thousand Island teriyaki drizzle?
Okay, I'm in.
As weird as this sounds, you got to put like a little weird mayo in there.
Dude.
Like drizzle it.
Have you not had poke? It's like a fucking
Corey's
staple.
got pineapple on it, I think.
I'm thinking pineapple, avocado,
He
teriyaki.
just turned into like a teriyaki burger for sure.
I think
but one
so.
of those Thousand Island
like an island.
mustardy.
Like an island.
Yeah, because
teriyaki
Corey's
burger.
got pickles on him. I know Corey Blaine. There's fucking pickles on him.
Or at least a
Corey
pickle
likes
on the
vinegar.
side.
No, if there's out of all my friends, he was like the friend growing up. If I'm remembering life how I remembered life, Corey was like the fucking 8-year-old with salt and vinegar chips. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, life was wild. He's not my only friend because I'm like it, and I know like other people are like it. But eats top ramen dry, just pours the powder on it, crunches it up in like a Ziploc, and eats it like an eighth of weed. Fucking
Yeah. I seen it.
shit's wild. But speaking of burgers, that's our list of.
Yeah.
We're going burgers.
We're going
Five
burgers.
best burgers.
Five best
But
burgers.
we're talking burgers that you can get always.
Yeah, and also keep in
Like
mind that
right
this
now.
is a sliding scale. So this is our list of the best 5 burgers right now. The list is subject to
cooked
change.
Not cooked at home.
Nope.
This isn't homemade. Homemade's always better. I could do better than most of these places.
Stuffed
I know their
burgers and
secrets.
shit. Yeah.
This is that type of thing that we're talking like that you can go to as you're listening to this. You can literally go there and get a burger right now. 5 best burgers. We're going to start it off with the West Coast classic, In-N-Out.
It's got to be on the list. We talked about it. The reason that it's in the group is because I think it's one that you and I both agree on, but like it's just a classic burger and it's all fantastic ingredients. If you don't know the history
Fresh.
or the story of In-N-Out. The reason, other than them being like completely family franchised,
God came down.
yeah, my understanding. My understanding is one of the reasons that they didn't branch outside of California for as long as they did was because they refused to freeze any of their ingredients for anybody that sold under an In-N-Out name.
Oh, I thought greed. So yeah, your reason sounds way better.
But if you think about how much refrigeration technology has improved now, you can ship fresh ingredients from here to Texas in a day's time and keep it refrigerated the whole time, and it never has to be frozen. You know what I mean? So like, they're able to kind of branch out a little bit farther. And my understanding is that they're still a family owned franchise, but it's just and I will say this though, is that I've had In-N-Out in other states other than California. And if you try an In-N-Out in Tucson, Arizona, and expect that to be the same In-N-Out that you try anywhere in Southern California, you are out of your goddamn mind. Cause for some reason, and I don't know why. I don't know why.
Sterling and I think we spent 2 of my birthdays at the Vegas In-N-Out. And at the time, it was the only Vegas In-N-Out. Now there's like a fucking ton of them. But I thought it tastes I think In-N-Out always tastes the same.
I mean, it's pretty close, but it's not like there was something different. And maybe it's just because I wasn't home. Maybe it's because I was in 105-degree heat in Tucson, Arizona on my way home and just wanted to be home. It very well could have been that. It very well could have been that. Yeah. I'm a hater on Arizona in a lot of ways for sure.
Now, fuck Arizona, but you know what's not in Arizona? TK Burger.
No, and that deserves to be on this list, Shane, and I'm glad that it's on yours.
That's my favorite.
It literally
my favorite burger, if it comes down to going and buying a cheeseburger, is fucking TK.
Yeah.
100%.
And
TK.
it's a Huntington Beach staple, branched out. They had a Costa Mesa location. Pretty sure they still do. They had a couple Costa Mesa locations. They had one on 19th, one on Baker.
You're going to be on Bristol forever.
Bristol, yeah. That one is a staple, I think. But the one down on right just south of Main Street.
Atlanta?
First.
Yeah, whatever.
Something like that. Yeah. But TK Burger is pretty much as close to you can get as like the bombest recipe backyard burger that you can think of. And it, for some reason, it's just magic every time. The seasoning on the beef is fucking fantastic. The ingredients that they have on it are fantastic. Their fries and their dipping sauce on the side.
Yeah,
fucking,
you just get some spread.
Yeah.
It's just Thousand Island and a little ketchup type thing. But it's kind of similar in a weird way, but it's like way more chainy. And I can't say that it's like similar. Okay, I take that back. Similar is not the word, but it's also like that good kind of backyard burger vibe. But you can go get that Habit burger. Pretty bomb.
The Habit is it deserves to be on the list too, in my opinion. For just like a chain place, it's a fucking just good charbroiled burger.
They got the Corey Blaine there. Dude, you can actually get like one of those teriyaki burgers where you get fucking pineapple, pepper jack, fucking teriyaki glaze.
Like one of their double char burgers is fucking so good, but then also they have this fucking dish that's the fried green beans with the dipping sauce. Dude, that's like, oh man.
Dude.
It's so
But
good.
you said charbroiled, and that's something that's fucking huge to me. And that's like the same thing to me as like one of those hidden gem little spots. Any corner, you had mentioned it earlier, like Frank's, Bill's, Tom's, Steve's, whatever. But those charbroiled corner places, you go get a fucking avocado burger from one of those places.
Yeah.
They're usually so fucking good. Oh my God. There's like places that they're called like PKs.
Yeah. But
I
you're
don't
right
know.
though, because like if you think about it, it's a cornered burger place in Southern California where if they're serving avocado burgers, they've got fresh avocados for that day. You know what I'm saying? So like,
Dude,
you're getting a bomb ass,
they're
fresh,
so
creamy
bomb.
avocado.
You go to like Westminster. Go to like West Harbor and Westminster. Go to like that corner. Just look around. Do like a 360. You'll see one. Go there. Get an avocado burger.
Yeah.
Do yourselves a favor.
I think another one that needs to be on my portion of the list, and it just needs to be mentioned because I always forget how good the burger is, but then I will go back because it's not a place you can eat at often at all. Just the fucking caloric intake is insane. But Slater's 50/50.
Dude, we've talked about their vampire dip on this podcast like 4 times.
We have, but they're actual burgers. They're 50-50 burgers that are essentially just half ground beef, half bacon that are ground together into a patty for your burger. Is super good. And they have
before COVID, I heard they ground it with their teeth before COVID. And
Yeah.
then now they have like different protocol.
they would teeth grind it and then put it together. But we have talked about the vampire dip. You can get that shit on your burger.
Dude, I did that on a chicken burger from it sounds weird. But I did like a chicken sandwich burger type thing, and I got the vampire dip on it, and I got these like weird jalapeno thing that they had.
Yeah.
Oh, so good.
But their dipping sauces is what made them shine. So they had sweet potato fries, and you could fucking dip them in like a sour cream and Thai chili kind of sauce.
You could bury me in that, baby.
Dude, it was super bomb. Like, that place is really good, and their beer list is good. So I figured it has to be mentioned. If we're talking about like where I could go right now to grab like one of the best burgers, that place is like within a couple miles from my house. So it has to be mentioned.
You're not wrong, dude. You know who's never wrong? It's Jeff Goldblum.
Never once.
And if there was not a more relatable fucking quote, oh my God. I hope everybody right now, if you're listening to this, you're thinking about burgers. And while you're thinking about burgers, I want you to fucking take this in. I've come here to say one magic word to you. Cheeseburger. Jeff Goldblum.
You love to see it. We love y'all.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can check us out. I think we got Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. TDTPcast. Peace, y'all.
Chud babies unite.